As a fellow that knows he's facing a mountainous task, Joey Maxim, as he comes out for round 15 against Archie Moore. Harry Kessler's telling them to bang their way out of that clinch. There's one long minute to go. Maxim having trouble keeping his hands up at all. It's all over. That's Archie Moore. After 15 grueling rounds as he bids for the light heavyweight championship of the world. And of course, that will be determined by the referee and the two judges. Over in the other corner, there is no joy at all. Maxim, however, is on his feet talking to his veteran manager, Jack Kearns, with both cheekbones badly swollen, a cut over his left eye. If any of you folks saw the time that Henry Armstrong lifted the welterweight crown from Barney Ross, you'll recall that Barney absorbed some terrific punishment, but stayed through the entire 15, as did Joey Maxim tonight. Courageous to the end, but you can see the punishment that this stout-hearted boy from Cleveland had to absorb from Archie Moore, who put up one of his greatest showings as he attempted to wrest the crown from Joey Maxim, and whether he did or not, of course, now is in the laps of the judges and the referee. John Curley is collecting the ballots, and we will have the official decision involving the light heavyweight championship of the world in just a second or two.
Here are
he
the
is.
total points. Judge Howard Hess scores 82 for Moore, 68 for Maxim. Judge Fred Connell scores 87 for Moore, 63 for Maxim. The referee, Harry Kessler, scores 76 for Moore, 74 for Maxim. The winner by unanimous decision, and the new light heavyweight champion of the world, Archie Moore. Archie Moore.
And the new light heavyweight champion of the world, Archie Moore. After 36 years, Archie has finally come into his own as he wins the unanimous decision in the 129th bout of his career, and it's his 105th win.
Archie Moore, the light heavyweight champion of the world, puts his title on the line for the second time. And for the second time, Moore will be defending his crown against Joey Maxim, the man from whom he won it in December of 1952. We pick up the action in the 8th round with the champion, Archie Moore, in the black trunks, carrying the fight to the challenger, Joey Maxim. Archie had trouble making the 175-pound weight limit, and this fact, plus a lawsuit filed by his wife the day of the fight for separate maintenance, shifted the odds to make Maxim a 6-5 favorite. Should Maxim win, he'd be the first light heavyweight champion to ever regain a lost championship. A hard right to the jaw by the champion, Archie Moore, drops Maxim. Referee Cy Gottfried tolls the count. Maxim is up on his feet, but glassy-eyed after taking a 7 count. Moore swarms in for the kill. Maxim calls on all of his ring savvy and manages to tie up the champion to hang on for the remainder of the round. This was the first time Moore had ever been able to knock Maxim off his feet. By round 11, Moore is well ahead on points. Maxim has shown virtually nothing. His usually effective left jab isn't bothering Archie at all. Moore clips Maxim with a left and a right to the head, and Joey goes down. Maxim rests on one knee while taking a 7 count. Joey is up, and Archie is right back after him. Moore, who is 37 years old, appears in remarkable condition. Archie has a victory string of 15 fights, stretching over a 2-year span, and it appears that if Maxim is to win this one, he'll have to knock the champion out. The last man to defeat Archie Moore was Harold Johnson, who is currently rated the #1 contender in the light heavyweight division, but who is having a tough time trying to get a title bout. Now it's the 15th and final round, and Archie Moore still has things pretty much his own way. Moore drops his mouthpiece as the bout nears its conclusion. And there it is, the end of the fight. The winner by an overwhelming margin, and still the light heavyweight champion of the world, is Archie Moore.
Moore in the black trunks, Johnson in white. Moore has beaten him 3 times. Tonight, Moore had to come in at 175 pounds, and it was murder. Archie was 15 pounds overweight last week. He's been living on a meat diet, taking water only when he had to, and he misjudged himself. He committed 173 pounds today. How can he stand up? Johnson knows Moore like a book. He slipped that jab and countered with a nice right. Archie wants to put the bull on him now. Good left hand. Johnson ties Archie up. That's your best bet with him inside, Harold. Don't give him a chance to out-cute you in close. Later on, nothing in the world takes the strength out of you more than a miss like that. Watch it, Archie. Johnson has a real good jab. He's given more trouble with it. Harold snaps it out. He never reaches with it. Anytime you have to reach with a punch, you go off balance. That's dangerous. To the body by Moore. Johnson can't get moving either. Every fighter has habits, and it's impossible to change them in a fight. That's why these two guys have each other stymied. They know every move that's coming. Johnson's been a tough kid all his life. He used to make some money playing semi-pro football. Then he followed his father into boxing. Only one guy has knocked Harold out, Joe Walcott. And Walcott knocked his father out, too. So Harold knows older men can be dangerous. Johnson coming in. Harold might be hurt. That's where Moore wants him, on the ropes. Johnson is keeping a step and a half, sometimes 2 steps away from Moore. Archie's best shot is to close it up, bull him into the ropes, and try and slow him down. Playing games now. He might be a little tired. Good combination to the belly. That's the only way to slow a man up. Sometimes you don't feel those punches for a couple of rounds. Then all of a sudden, they catch up to you. And your breath, you can't get it. Archie, he's too far away from you. Get that left foot closer to him. You've got to press this guy or he's going to keep going, and you'll be an ex-champ. Get closer. defense by Johnson. He seems impossible to hit. Moore keeps missing him with those rights. You got to step into this guy more. Archie, he's keeping too much distance on you. With a right again. He's got to get a knockout or he'll be through. He's desperate. This is the only business he knows. He's never turned a quarter anyplace else in his life. They both seem a little tired now. Look out, Harold. Keep checking those hands. When you get tired, they drop and you don't even know it. Good right hand by Moore. I'm beginning to think Johnson is starting to get real tired. Harold's hands don't have all the speed they did earlier. Look at Moore stealing a rest. That's a cute old pro. He's leaning all over Johnson. He's letting Harold hold up both of them. Does that kill you late in the fight? Good left to the body by Johnson. But he's dropping the hands after he punches. Keep him high, Harold. Don't get tired here. Moore's setting up the right. There it is. Johnson is shaky. When you look at this Moore, you'd expect him to be on his face, but he's perfect. I think he's fought himself into a second win. Nobody expected this. Johnson is tired. You'd better do something, Harold. Moore's jabs are setting up a right. Look at him. You've got him, Archie. There. A great right hand. Johnson's getting up, and Goldstein's making another mistake. He's giving him an 8 count. Archie hit him now. Johnson's shot. Watch him, Goldstein. That's right. Look at Moore. He had to pull it out or he was through. He did. He won it. A real pro.
Now it's Olson in white trunks, moving in on Moore, trying to back Archie into a corner. But Moore, wise in the ways of the ring wars, slips a lot of punches and holds on. Moore won the world's light heavyweight championship from another great boxer, Joey Maxim, in 1952. Olson won the middleweight title 2 years ago from Randy Turpin. Olson fighting a careful fight against Moore. Moore gets off a flurry of left uppercuts in close, and those punches hurt Olson. Tonight, Bobo Olson is trying to become the second man ever to hold both the light heavyweight title and the middleweight title since the 2 titles were held by Bob Fitzsimmons, although not simultaneously, over a half a century ago. Now Moore gets Olson against the ropes, and Archie's quick hand score with a short left. Another left, and Olson is down. Bobo valiantly struggles to clear the cobweb as he vainly attempts to get to his feet.
Chicago. Chicago Stadium, November 30th, 1956. Almost 2 years later. That's Moore in the black trunks. Look at Patterson. I can't believe it's the same man. In just 2 years, he's put on 15 pounds. He's sure of himself. Harder. He's the boss now. Moore is trying to win this one with experience. Look at him duck and feint. He's trying to sucker Patterson into one mistake, then take him out with one punch. But Floyd is too fast for Archie, and he has that good left jab tonight. That hand speed is going to give Archie much trouble. Archie tries to get Floyd to come inside and bob and roll with him. That's experience. But Floyd keeps that peekaboo defense, and he jabs. He isn't biting. That good left, right, and left inside by Patterson shows you he's right tonight. Archie can't move his hands fast enough. Now when Archie steps back to that distance for more punching room, Patterson just won't buy it. A real pro. Back to his own corner. He did more than just fail out Moore in that round. Look at that Patterson left hand. Same hand to the body and head. So fast, it must shock Moore. Moore wants that big shot. Patterson, only 21, wants to wear down the older Archie. Look at that weave. Patterson tries taking out Moore, and he misses. But those body punches do the job. You can see that this kid certainly learned his trade since the Troy fight. Moore seems wary now. He's trying to figure out Patterson. I'm doing the same thing at ringside. I just can't believe that this is the same fighter I'd seen 2 years ago. His balance, perfect. Moore seems tired going to the corner. He never expected to run into a good Patterson so early. Patterson sits quietly. He has no nerves at all. Just like the great Lewis. Poker-faced. Moore didn't worry him. Moore gets Patterson on the inside. Moore knows how to fight on the ropes. He gave me trouble last year, but Patterson is all over him. And instead of going wild and throwing to the head, he's sinking good right hands to the side. Has much more sting in his punches here because of his footwork. Keeps himself balanced, power at all times. Floyd slipping punches. Moore comes right out. I know what he's thinking now. Patterson might like to coast this round. Great combinations hurt Moore. Moore just can't figure this guy out. He keeps leading to Patterson, but Floyd won't open up. Patterson keeps throwing those shots to the side. He wants to take everything out of Moore. Let me tell you, those aren't taps. Every time he lands, the breath goes out. A body punch stays with you longer than a shot to the head. Moore can't get Patterson where he wants him, and he can't move him in the clinches. Slip because he's eager. He thinks he can do anything now, and he wants to prove it. Now Floyd is still looking for that opening. There. A terrific left hook drops Moore. What a shot. Archie doesn't know where he is. Moore is up, but he's shaky. Here's Patterson. Two quick punches put Moore down again. Archie is tired. He's badly hurt. He never knew anything after that first punch. You can see he can't beat the count. It's all over. There's your new champ. Did this guy grow up?
Seconds left in the third round. Ten seconds to go, round three. Number 4, you're looking into the corner of Yvon Durelle, a young man who must be amazed that he is still fighting Archie Moore here in the fourth round after the near annihilation he wreaked upon the veteran champion in round number 1. Durelle has been biding his time since that tremendous opening round in which he floored the champion 3 times, waiting for a chance to get that crushing right hand home once again, a chance that has not come his way since round 1. Looks as though he's beginning to step up the pace of his own attack now. After playing it fairly sharply through rounds 2 and 3, and with good reason. But there's a little more snap in his punches, a little more effort behind them. 2 minutes to go here in the fourth round.
round 4. Peppering that left now into the face of Durelle and reddening it. Seconds left. Round 4. Good right-hand shot by Archie Moore. Seconds to go. Round number 4. End of round 4. And it looks like old Archie is getting off the defensive and taking the offensive. He's still getting tagged from time to time by the rugged Durelle, but right now he looks like he's ready to make his move. Now to round number 5. With his most effective punches of the fight, was hitting with good speed and good snap in that 4th round. After weathering a storm that had him on the canvas 3 times in round 1, he paced himself through rounds 2 and 3, just pretty much avoiding Durelle and regaining his strength and his clarity. Then started to move out after Durelle in round 4. Durelle came in with a beautiful right-hand shot, and Moore is down again. So long. Bleeding fairly heavily from the nose now. Archie Moore bang into the jaw of Yvon Durelle, but Durelle weathers the storm. One minute to go. Round number 10. Shooting with those big punches, that big right hand that almost gave him the light heavyweight championship in the 1st and 6th rounds when he had Archie on the deck. Seconds left. Down goes Durelle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Saved by the bell at the count of 8. This is Durelle in his corner as he is down again in this fight. Archie Moore with little chopping punches cut Yvon Durelle down to size in the 10th round and was down at the count of 8 when the bell sounded. He would have gotten up, I am certain, by the time 9 had been told off because he was starting to get up. But Archie Moore has completely reversed the early trend in this fight. Yvon Durelle now is the troubled fighter, the weary fighter, the fighter who is dropping to the canvas. Across the ring, Archie Moore sits quietly. Looking over here at Yvon Durelle, Jack Kearns, his veteran manager, massaging the back of his neck, and Archie Moore looking like indeed the king of his domain as he sits on the throne that is the corner stool between rounds, surveying the damage that he has caused to be done here in this ring in Montreal. Now we come to round 11. The seconds were late getting out of the ring. Up at the count of 9, blood streaming from his nose, a cut over his right eye. Moore back after him once again. And down he goes again with a clubbing right hand. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, struggling at 9, 10. He is out. Man, oh man, what a dramatic turn in this fight. Archie Moore near annihilation in the first round. And then on the canvas again in the 5th round as he was cracked to the floor with a count of 6. Struggled to his feet. Fought his way through until round 7 became a turning point.
49 seconds of the 11th round. There's the story of Archie Moore's sensational comeback, which earned him the title of Fighter of the Year, and the bout itself the Fight of the Year of 1958. Let's take another look at that 11th round and the knockout.
Now we come to round 11. The seconds were late getting out of the ring. Now Durelle seems to be on his way as Moore hangs into the canvas again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up at the count of 9, blood streaming from his nose, a cut over his right eye. Moore back after him once again. And down he goes again with a clubbing right hand. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Struggling at 9, 10. He is out. Man, oh man, what a dramatic turn.